Okay, welcome back to the podcast, episode 0.04. I'm pretty sure. The air conditioning, the heat is on, so if y'all hear that in the background, I apologize, but it will be coming on and off. Now, some of y'all may have noticed I did not post an episode last week, and I'm so sorry. Trust me, I recorded an audio. I recorded like 30 minutes worth of an audio, talked about a lot of things, but I don't know what happened. It won't even let me play it. It keeps on saying downloading, but it won't even let me play it. I can't replay it, can't download it. I tried everything, but nothing works. So I was like, okay, fuck it. Let me just take the week off so I don't have to do this. And I didn't. So now I'm here again. This is, what day is it? It is Sunday the 27th today. But I'll be honest, I don't have any funny bit planned. I don't have anything planned for the opening of this episode. This is probably going to be the most boring cold open to an episode. But yeah. Actually, yes, I do. So it is currently October 27th, and Election Day is on November 5th. So that means that as of recording this audio, Election Day is in 9 days. And I don't want to be one of those dumbass motherfuckers that encourages people to vote, but then says something like, oh, I don't want to encourage you on who to vote, but just go vote. To me, there is a very, 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 very obvious option if you want a good future for this country. And it's not the president that's on a very obvious cognitive decline. And I feel like people say this a lot, but it really, really, really should push the message. But if you are voting for Trump, keep in mind that you are voting the same way as the KKK. If you are voting for Donald Trump, you are voting the same way as the KKK. And I also don't want to make it seem like I'm glorifying Kamala Harris. Is she the best candidate? No, not at all. There are many things that she has said and done that I don't agree with. And even now, recently, for the debates, a lot of things that she said about Palestine and Gaza that I don't agree with at all whatsoever. But when compared to Donald Trump, and when I think about the future of the U.S. specifically, yes, Kamala Harris is a way, way better option. And one thing, I feel like too many people are wanting Donald Trump back only for the stimulus checks. Motherfucker, are you a dumbass? Are you completely ignoring the fact that the only reason we got a fucking stimulus check was because we were in a fucking pandemic? A global pandemic where people fucking died from a disease? People were losing their jobs? Companies closed down? Which is why we got a stimulus check? Not because Trump specifically was president? Are y'all fucking dumbasses? And then to the Latino community, I have seen way too many people genuinely question if they should vote for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris. Are you a dumbass? Are you a literal fucking dumbass? It's a rhetorical question. Don't answer, because I already fucking know the answer. You are a dumbass. Did we just forget everything that Donald Trump said and did during his 2016 campaign and presidency? All the insults and all the things that he said towards Mexicans? And now y'all are actually finally putting on your critical thinking caps only because the other option is a woman? That gets you actually questioning shit? No, you're a fucking dumbass. And don't get me wrong, Kamala Harris has been avoiding and dodging a lot of questions about immigration, which I don't appreciate because it affects me directly. So, do I appreciate that? No. But also, we have to keep in mind everything that Trump said and did during his presidency and campaign in 2016, because that is still the same person. Just because he brought out fucking Nicki Jam when he thought that it was Nicki Minaj doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean that he's for us. And if you are genuinely a Latino who votes for Trump, just know that I do see you beneath me. You are inferior, dumbass. Okay, side tangent over. I'm so sorry, but the things that man did to my mental health in 2016, I do not want that to happen to any other kid. Sincerely, please go vote. And I know it sucks because living in a state like Oklahoma, there is this feeling of like, hey, my vote in presidency doesn't really matter. Because yeah, this state is a red state. Ever since I lived here, it was a red state. And the way that I see it, it will continue to be a red state. If Oklahoma ever flips blue, I'm not fucking kidding. Paint me blue and call me Papa Smurf, because that shit is never happening. So while it does feel a little hopeless to vote for president in Oklahoma, because it will always be red to me, there are still many other state questions and many other things to vote. If you are intimidated by voting, please do early voting. Cast your ballot through mail. There are many, many options. Please just vote. Please vote. Please vote. Please vote. And for me, somebody who is not a citizen, I have residency, I do not have the option to vote. And it's very awkward because there will be a lot of times where people at concert lines will ask me, like, hey, do you want to sign this petition as long as you're registered to vote? And I'm like, oh shit, sorry, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, I'm overage, but I can't vote. And it's very awkward telling people, yeah, I'm not from the country, dude. But yeah, please vote. And if you don't want to vote for yourself, vote for me, please. And just in case I didn't clarify it, Kamala Harris 2024, go Kamala Harris. Tim Walz, Kamala Harris 2024. Fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck Trump. Also, that man is associated with Elon Musk. I know to some people that may be cool and like maybe a point to vote for him, but he's associated with Elon Musk. To me, that's not a good thing at all whatsoever. Okay, and Kamala, do not think for a second that you're walking away scot-free. There are a lot of things that you said during these debates and during the interviews, especially regarding trans people and how Israel should defend itself, that I do not agree with. So once you get into president, because I want you to be president, don't get me wrong, but there are a lot of things that I want you to address, and there are a lot of things that I'm going to address to you once you become president. Don't think you're walking away scot-free. Okay, but with that very patriotic opening out of the way, welcome back to episode 0.04. So sorry again that I did not post last week. I did not want to do it after I lost the audio. But welcome back, and I think I'm going to do... Well, actually, I have a few topics that I wrote down on my phone that I feel like I don't have enough to talk about 10 minutes each, but I'm going to do a little spitfire and talk about these individually, and hopefully... I'll do three or four, and hopefully that will fill up 10 minutes. Okay, first topic. This one's a little embarrassing, but there is a bright side, or at least I have something to learn from it. So I want to share their story, and hopefully it will encourage other people. But I asked the dude for his phone number and information, and he rejected me, and it wasn't because he said no. So I'll straight up say and preface this by saying I assumed. I know now that people have jobs because they need money, and I shouldn't ever look into it. I thought this dude, because he worked at this specific place, he might be into dudes. I figured, hey, if there's a guy working at a store like this, then maybe he might be into dudes. So me and my brother, we went to the store. He wanted to buy something, and then I gave him the bag, and I was like, hey, I think the cashier's cute. I'm going to go talk to him. And then my brother, he just gave like a... and then he went and played his Pokemon Go, whatever he does. So I went up to the dude and I was like, hey, I think you're really handsome. And he said, oh, thank you so much. So I asked him, by chance, do you want to exchange information or numbers? And he said, oh, sorry, I'm not into dudes. And one lesson that I learned very early as a kid is to not ask questions unless you're ready to hear all answers. So I was ready to hear a yes or no, but I was not expecting a, hey, I'm not into guys. So I got really embarrassed. I was like, oh yeah, no worries, you're good. I wanted to kill myself though. And I walked out the store. I didn't even tell my brother anything. He never asked for follow-up, but I didn't want to give him one. And I just walked out and we left. Really embarrassing, but at least I can say that I did it now. And strangely enough, I do feel like I have less anxiety about doing it again. Don't get me wrong. I will never do this again unless I hear the words I am into men romantically out of their mouth. Unless I hear that come out of their mouth, I am never asking for their information again. I'll go up to a guy and be like, hey, you're really handsome. I don't think most dudes would find a problem with that, but I don't think I will ever ask for their phone number again unless I hear they are into men romantically. Worst case scenario for me in these situations though is that I get beat, because my preference, I feel like sometimes I can't even say that word. My preference is Latino men. And I'll be honest, some of y'all are insecure as fuck. So the possibility of me going up to a Latino guy that I think is very attractive, saying, hey, I think you're handsome, and then all of a sudden I get beat, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So hasn't happened yet. Thankfully, it stays like that. But that's my worst case scenario. That guy was chill though. He didn't seem bothered. He was just a really nice hetero. Which nothing wrong with that. If that's the way you swing, sure, go ahead. But also my fear is that I make them uncomfortable. I never want to push them towards homophobia by me calling them handsome. Like, dude, I just wanted to brighten up your day and let it be known to you that you look good as hell. But if you ever see a stranger in person and you want to shoot your shot, go ahead. Also, keep in mind, do not harass people. Do not harass people. That's also something that I always keep in mind. I never want to come off as harassing somebody. Never, ever, ever. So please don't harass people. If they say no, that's a no. No is no. Remember that always. But yeah, if you see a beautiful person walking by, let them know, brighten up their day, make them smile. Okay, but for the next subject, Liam Payne. Now, I'm not going to act like I wasn't talking shit about him 2 weeks before his death. I was. There were things happening in his life that didn't make him the most well-decorated in my head. But literally the worst thing that anybody could wish upon a guy, well, anybody, happened. So, I'm not going to beat on a dead man's name or say anything. Y'all can look up that information and find it for yourselves. All I'm going to do is talk about my reaction towards his death. Now, being a queer dude, One Direction was a part of my life. Was Liam my favorite member? No. Was he my second? No. Was he my third? No. Maybe my fourth. I don't know. But to say that his face wasn't in my childhood would be doing him a disservice. Every day after middle school when the bus dropped me off, I would get off at my cousin's house, and she was a huge One Directioner. Huge One Directioner. I don't know what her reaction was to Liam. I haven't asked her or seen her recently. I will the next time I see her. But keep in mind, she was a huge Directioner. So even if I didn't want to be a Directioner, stuff was being pushed in my face all the time because of her. Not really pushed. I don't want to say she like forced anything, but his face and their faces were in my life. So on to, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? That's crazy that it's, I don't know. I just never expected news like this to happen in my 20s. In my 20s. Never expected this to happen in my 20s. But basically, I was outside in the backyard working with my dad, helping him fix my car because my fucking car axles were fucked up. So I was helping him out with that in the backyard, and I get a text from Maria. I look at my phone, and it says, Liam Payne died. And I did have to look at the text a few times, even like put my phone away in my pocket literally, and then look at it again because I'm like, no fucking way, Liam Payne died. And I was so in denial to the point, because there's this weather anchor here in Oklahoma for KOC05. I was gonna ask Maria. I was like, are you sure you don't mean KOC05 weather news anchor David Payne? Like, are you sure you don't mean David Payne? But I feel like that was going to be a little condescending. So I was like, let me look it up before I send that text. So I go on Twitter. The first two things I see are, oh my God, he's dead. And then Liam Payne trending. And I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way. To say that I was shocked would be an understatement. An understatement. So then I had to message a few people. Because I'm like, do these people know? If these people don't know, they have to fucking know. And then more information released about his death and what happened all beforehand. And I heard the audio call about the person who worked at the hotel, like saying that there was a dude who was intoxicated and seemed like he was on drugs. And he specifically mentions, like, we're scared that he has a balcony in his hotel room. We're scared that something could happen and he could fall off. And it's so scary. It's so ominous. And I just hope whoever made that call, not the call of him like falling off the balcony, but like, well, that call too, but the call of the actual police ambulance. I just hope that mentally you're all right, because something like that is so scary. Like calling something like that and then it actually happened and the dude died. God bless that person. God bless that person. And also God bless the Payne family, Bear, everybody. My condolences. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. But rest in peace, Liam Payne. Rest in peace. I'm pretty sure he was like the first voice in One Direction that I heard, because I'm pretty sure the first song was What Makes You Beautiful. That's the first one that I heard. And you were right, Liam Payne. I was insecure, and at the time I did not know what for. Now I know it's because I wasn't out to my parents. So thank you, Liam Payne. But okay, rest in peace, Liam Payne. On to the next subject. Okay, so this was going to be part of the Spitfire session, but I feel like I can talk about this one long enough to get to the 30-minute mark. So, Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator, is releasing tomorrow morning, I think 6 a.m. Pacific time, if I'm not wrong, so 8 a.m. my time. Okay, without getting into too much detail, because this is more of an update on what he's releasing, not really my deep dive into Tyler, but I genuinely believe, and I can say with confidence, that Tyler is one of the best artists of my time. With confidence, he is one of the best artists of my time. I think every album he released is amazing. His entire discography, even the Grinch Christmas album he released, amazing. Amazing. I think every song that he does, whether I like it or not, one thing that I can't argue is that every song he releases is doing objectively what art should be doing. Without a doubt. For me to be saying that his music is not art, I would be a dumbass. But okay, he's releasing Chromacopia, releasing tomorrow. And the update that I wanted to give y'all is his bundle boxes. So, for his previous album, Call Me If You Get Lost. Okay, sorry, my heater turned off, so you're going to hear me a lot clearer. But for the previous album, he released 2 bundles, if I'm not wrong. One with a hoodie and one with a t-shirt, and I got the one with the t-shirt. And I preserved everything pretty well. There's some marks that you'll see. But I'm going to do a video showcase and kind of re-unbox. I'm going to package everything like it was when I got it. And I'm going to give y'all a showcase of the previous bundle. And then I'm going to go, after the video showcase, I'm going to go over the new bundles and what influenced me to buy the bundle that I did, because I did not get the shirt this time, and I'll tell y'all why. But okay, I'm going to switch to the video. It's going to be on my DSLR camera, so the audio is going to be different. It's going to sound a lot clearer, more open-ish. Sorry about that, but okay, cut to the camera. Okay, welcome. I'm so sorry for the change in audio. I switched to my DSLR camera, which, I mean, I'm finally getting some use of it, so at least we're getting that. But welcome to my showcase of the Tyler the Creator Call Me If You Get Lost bundle box. I preserved everything that came with it. Not in the best quality. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's some like Cheeto dust over here. At least I think it's Cheeto dust. It's not lipstick. I don't wear lipstick. I didn't kiss this. But here's the box. Very quadratical. I don't know. I thought I showed my personal information for a second. I got it in a medium. But yeah, pretty simple box. And then it has the Tyler Baudelaire character in the front. Every album has a character. And this one is Tyler Baudelaire, which is kind of more of an egotistical, narcissistic, version of Tyler. I feel like that's the most simple way to put it. Okay, so you can see Snoopy in the background. I put him there for company because it kind of felt a little boring. Don't ask what my setup is with the tripod. If you were my neighbor looking at me through the window, I feel like you think I'm into some freaky deaky stuff with the way that this is in between me. But we had to get the view, we had to get the angle, so here we go. I'm gonna open it now. Comes out through here on the side, has a little flap. Open it. Now, I'll be honest, I really thought there was gonna be more decoration, at least something right here, like a little thank you, a little like the star design, something. I'll get into it later for the Chromacopia bundles, but for right now, let me just continue with the showcase and not fucking rant, because I always do that. So I don't remember if this is how it came, this is how I set it up. Here's the Call Me If You Get Lost shirt. Pretty nice. Nice little star decal over in the front. I got it in a medium size, and that's all there is to the front right here. But then in the back, it has a lot more. A full like back design of like the ID of the Tyler Baudelaire character. And it's different from I think the tour shirts. The tour shirts have like the dates for everything, and this one has his actual like information and stuff like that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But let's move on. I'm pretty sure after the shirt was the poster, which I had in my room. I had to take it down, which yes, I did use it up. I'm gonna put video of the poster in my room. I did use thumbtacks to put it up. I don't know if y'all want me to use tape. If y'all get mad, fuck you. It's my poster. Get your own. I use thumbtacks. So here's a poster. Came nice and folded. I'd say it's pretty decently big. Tyler Baudelaire, again, you can see the ID. I think it's pretty much the same information as the shirt, but just on an ID. Pretty nice. Nothing on the back. Nothing on the back. Which, I don't know. This is my first bundle box that I bought for any artist, so I don't know why, but I just kind of expected a little bit more of a touch. Something more. But here we got the bottom of it, which has the CD album. Now, again, this is my first bundle box and my first CD that I bought in a while. I don't know what what's premium or what's not premium, but this is not like a plastic cover. This is like a paper cover. To me, that's kind of cheap, a little cheap. And then with the box not having any type of decoration inside, like just a yellow box. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have expected this, but I expected a little something, a little spice, something to like make me go, oh, this is cute as hell. But it's just his picture and nothing else. But okay, sorry to rant, sorry. So let's get on to the CD. Other than it being a paper thin cover, it has the, what is this actually? Oh, it has all the credits for all the writing credits for all the songs on the album, and then some little decals. March 6th, I think that's his birthday, and then the release date approved June 25th, 2021. Here's the CD. I always love physical media and seeing how the CDs look, so trust me, I will give you a good look of the CD. Is there anything to the back? I doubt it, but I don't want to fuck it up either. Yeah, nothing to the back. I don't know, my reflection showed on that. That's embarrassing. And here's the back, which is the back of the ID. It just shows all the features on it, which I didn't even know has all the features on here. Please focus, please focus. There we go. I don't know if you could read all the features. But yeah, that's my showcase of the Tyler the Creator Call Me If You Get Lost bundle box. I don't know how much I paid for it, but I'll be honest, I do want to return. Okay, welcome back. Sorry for the change of medium, but trust me, we are back to MP3, no longer any MP4. Unless I say there's a video on the screen, well then there's going to be an MP4. But welcome back to audio, MP3 for the rest of the duration, even though this is a YouTube channel. But alright, let me talk about the Chromacopia bundles, which he released this year. And I don't know if you want to consider the CD by itself one, because I mean it's not a bundle technically, it's just a CD. But CD aside, he released 9 bundles. I was checking the website just now for the bundles, and I found out a lot of them sold out, including the vinyl that my little brother wanted to get. So sorry little brother, but they did sell out. Okay, so before I get into the bundles, I need to explain the box that everything comes in is, you know, the big giant metal shipping containers that are carried on boats and are shipped throughout the seas. So the box that everything comes in, doesn't matter what bundle you get, it all comes in the same box, looks like a green metal shipping container, and it has Chromacopia on the side of it. So I'm going to say shipping a lot. I'll put pictures on the screen so you don't get confused, but sorry if I say shipping container a lot, but it'll make sense. So the first bundle comes with the box that everything is inside of, which looks like metal but it's cardboard, the CD, a poster, and then a little Gundam-like build-it-your-own green shipping container. And it's like a little mini diorama version of the box that everything comes in. So that's bundle 1. Bundle 2, which is the one that I got, is the box that everything comes in, a black tote bag that has Chromacopia in green text, a shipping container, keychain, the CD, and then a poster. Now these next 3 are pretty much the same. It's the box that everything comes in, the poster, CD, and then you either get an option of a green hat, black hat, or a white hat. And the next 2 are the box that everything comes in, a shirt, the CD, a poster, and you can either get a white shirt or a black shirt. And then the last 2 bundles are a green hoodie, the same thing as the shirt, the same bundle, but it has a green hoodie or a, green or black hoodie? I was about to say white, but no, green or black. Okay, so now that y'all saw the previous bundle that I got and all the new bundles that released, y'all might be asking, why did you get the tote bag and not the shirt? And I'll tell you why. So I didn't like the shirt that came in the last album bundle. I'll be honest, I don't like the way that it feels. The neck hole is really uncomfortable. I don't know if it was supposed to be a collaboration with Golf Wang, but for my first Golf Wang, because it was on the Golf Wang website, I don't know. But for my first article of clothing that's Golf Wang, I'm not impressed, Tyler. So when I heard that he was releasing the new bundles, immediately I wanted to see the shirt. Because I'll admit, I like the design of the previous shirt. Has the name of the album, has the stars all over it, and then in the very back had a whole full back art of just Tyler Baudelaire's ID. And I looked at the new one and I'm not impressed at all. It's just whatever colored shirt you get with then the Chromacopia text on top of it, And on the very back, the only design is this small ass teensy eensy weensy text right by the neck hole. And don't get me wrong, I like the text. All songs written, produced, and arranged by Tyler Oklahoma. I like it. I appreciate it. But for $40, for 40 fucking bucks, 35, my bad. But after shipping, I think I paid $40, and after shipping it was 56. So if it's anything around $50, no, I'm not paying that for this shirt, and especially for this design. So that's why I got the tote. And I'll be honest, I'm not a tote guy. I have like 2-3 totes in my room, and the only thing that I use them for is storage. I put them on my wall and I put things in them. That's it. I don't take them out. If I ever do need a tote, I have my backpack. I have a can, so I could do that. But alright, the album releases tomorrow. I'm super excited. I have high hopes for the album. Medium hopes for the bundle. I'm excited for the keychain. And I think I'm going to give my brother the poster because I don't know where to put it in my room. And he really wanted the vinyl, and he's not getting that. And he's not getting the bundle he wanted, I think, sold out as well. So double whammy. So he asked if he could have my poster, and I said sure. If I can't figure out a place to put it, I guess. But expect my thoughts and opinions on the album on the next episode. And I hope that the package comes within 2 weeks of the album. I don't know how good this album will be. Don't get me wrong. I have high hopes for it. But I don't know how good it will be. Maybe my hype will die down within 2 weeks. So I just hope that it gets within that time. But also, if you're promoting the box that everything comes in as part of the bundle, I just hope to God that it does not come ruined. I hope that there is a brown box that I have to open, and then there will be the green box inside. The previous bundle box, as y'all can see, is fine, but I just hope that it doesn't get destroyed or wet or anything like that, because this will be a family heirloom if this album is like 20 out of 10. But expect my thoughts, and then expect the showcase of the new bundle whenever I get that. Hopefully within 2 weeks. But on to the next thing. Okay, so now let me get into what I've been listening, playing, reading, hearing, watching. I forgot watching. Okay, I'm going to start with One Piece fan letter. And I did it a disservice because in the previous episode, I was talking about everything that was releasing. I did not talk about One Piece fan letter. And to be honest, I was a little confused on if it was YouTube shorts that they were releasing or an entire multiple episode little special airing. I don't know. I was confused on it. Because I had seen promotion for this, but everywhere I would see, it would say, oh, releasing One Piece fan letter special animation. It would always say special animation. It never said whether it was YouTube shorts or an episode. It just said special animation. So I was a little confused on what they meant by that. But it's an entire 30-minute special, and if you go on Crunchyroll, it'll be on its own section. It'll say One Piece fan letter. And I really love this fucking little special. I mean, I had the expectation that these were shorts. So let me give the synopsis. Okay, before that, I want to give credit where credit is due. This was written by Tomohito Osaki, and it was directed by Megumi Ishitani. And Megumi Ishitani has directed openings for One Piece before and scenes in One Piece before, and I'm telling you, their work, it is so beautiful. I love their animation, the way they move it. It's so fluid and it's so expressive. It's amazing. And I'll be putting videos on the screen. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put opening, the one that she did for, I'm pretty sure this is a lady, but the opening that she directed for Wano, it has this motif of a circle in the middle, and the way that every scene is so lively and expressive, it's amazing. But who was it? Osaki Osaki wrote it, and then Ishitani directed. And I have to give them credit, and everybody who worked on it. I wish I could name them all, but I'm probably gonna fuck up their names. But I wish I could name them all because they all deserve credit, because this was a beautiful special animation. Okay, so what makes this special really different is that this does not follow the Straw Hat crew whatsoever. It does not follow any of the main characters that we see in the 1,000 plus episodes of One Piece. And it takes advantage of its world building, and instead we take on the perspective of regular civilians. And It's called One Piece Fanlander because throughout this episode there are multiple characters and each character has their own favorite Straw Hat member, and we see why they like them, why they're motivated by them, and some of them are a lot more shorter than others, but specifically the girl who looks up to Nami, and then the Marine Soldier, which if you know One Piece, Marines and pirates are enemies to each other. If they see each other, they fight. So the fact that there is a Marine who specifically looks up to Luffy, the main captain, the main character of One Piece, the way that they do it, it is literally poetically beautiful. Poetically beautiful. And I'll get into it. So in order to explain why the little girl who looks up to Nami and why it's so poetically beautiful, I need to explain the backstory of Nami herself a little bit. So Nami, as a little girl, lived on an island, and one day pirates came and they took over and they took the entire island for hostage. And Nami, as a little kid, gave herself up and offered her topography, is that what it's called? Topography skills to these pirates, and basically made a deal that said, hey, if I give you, I forgot how much, but it was a shit ton of money. They made a deal where she was like, hey, I'll give you a shit ton of money, and if I make up all this money and give it to you, you'll free my island and you'll never see us again. So throughout her entire life, from a kid to a teenager, every bond and every friendship that she made, she had to eventually betray because she only did it to steal their money. So in more ways than one, Nami was chained and restrained by society, and she was not free until Luffy came along. And I don't want to say Luffy freed her, but he did help, and now she does have freedom. Without a doubt, she has freedom. So here comes this little girl, and I forgot the name of her. I don't even know if they say the name. But basically, this little girl, she says it in the episode that Nami is her symbol of freedom, and as long as Nami is out doing adventures, she knows that little girls like her who don't have powers, because a lot of characters in the Straw Hat crew have powers, like Luffy, he can fucking stretch his body like gum. Nami, she's a normal girl. She is a navigator, she's the crew's navigator, and she's a topographer, so she makes maps. So that the fact that this little girl sees Nami as a symbol of freedom, I know without a doubt would make Nami herself cry. And to me, that is so fucking poetically beautiful. And that's only one of the characters. So this special animation takes place in two different points of the One Piece story. One of them is a war called the Paramount War, and the other one, I'm not going to say story reasons, but just know that the Straw Hat crew, they were disbanded for a while and they returned. And the second point where this special is taking place is their return of this in Sabaody archipelago. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the island. So the second character, the Marine who looks up to Luffy, I realize now actually has a lot of spoilers involved with his story, so I'm not going to say it, but just know that it is beautifully made. This special is beautifully written, it is beautifully made, beautifully animated. I didn't think I was going to cry, but I did, because it gave me such a hope for life and because one thing about One Piece that I feel like not enough people talk about is obviously it's world building, but another thing is its romanticism. It captures the love for life and the excitement for mystery and just for continuing life. I don't know how to explain it, but this special, multiple episodes in One Piece, but this special specifically captures that feeling of romanticism towards life. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but just watch the special. Literally watch it. You don't have to watch any of the episodes. This takes place completely outside of the story of One Piece with regular civilians. So please watch it if you just want a good little 20-25 minute story. Please. Except for the Marine storyline. He does have a little bit of spoilers to the story. But if you just want to watch something that captures romanticism, watch it. If you don't care about One Piece, watch it. Please watch it. It's a beautiful, beautiful special animation. But there are two characters in this special animation. The Marine Soldier, and then there is also a girl who works at a Sabaody Archipelago magazine store, and she is a big Soul King Brook fan. If y'all don't know Soul King Brook, he's a skeleton who joined the Straw Hat crew. I'm not going to explain it any further, but he's a skeleton. And he's also a rock star, and he calls himself Soul King Brook. So this girl is the biggest fan of Soul King Brook. And to me, they both look Latino. This Marine Soldier and this girl who works at the Archipelago magazine store, they're both Latino. So not only are you supporting beautiful animation, but you're also supporting Latinos in animation. So please, 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 please go watch this, please. Okay, but on to the next one, and this one's going to be a little short, not really a deep dive into this one, more of just my reaction to it, but Shark Tank. So this newest season, if I'm not wrong, is season 16, but I swear to God, I saw a few months ago that season 15 was Mark Cuban's last season. I swear to God, I saw that online. I saw Instagram posts, I saw Twitter posts of Mark Cuban not returning for the next season. And maybe I read it wrong, and they were saying that the next season is, well, this season is his last one, or maybe they just backtracked, but I don't know. I swear to God that he was leaving. But I was watching this newest episode, and you would not believe who is going to be in this newest season. Todd Graves, local Post Malone collaborator, and also Raising Cane's creator, but that's not really important. Todd Graves. And I don't know why the fuck they even said that, because he wasn't in the first episode. And why would you show me Todd Graves? Like, this is exciting as hell. The Post Malone collaborator guy in Shark Tank, and he wasn't in the first episode? Fuck you. But there was another lady who was also not in the first episode. Not going to say anything about her, but on the new people joining the season, this one dude who is the partial owner of the Atlanta something. I forgot what sports team, but the owner of the Atlanta something. And I don't want to say too much because it's only been one episode. I don't know if he's going to be in more, but his attitude, the way that he talks to people whenever they deny his deal, like, you're not fucking Jesus, dude. You're not a fucking savior. These people have already proven that they have a successful company. You're not going to be the one to fucking save them, because they, like, I don't know, these people, to me, they were already doing well. So this dude was like, oh, you're going to make a huge mistake. I have 4 beverage companies that I've already made successful. Like, you're not going to do well without me. And the way that he talked about them even after they left the room, something about it, not very demure, not very classy. And the fact that he's a crypto bro too, it just overall gives me like an ick. Like, this dude, like, I don't know. I feel like he just thinks of himself so highly. And I don't know. I don't want to say nothing too bad because, again, first episode, I don't know if he's going to be in anything more. But so far, first impressions, I would rather have the Post Malone collaborator guy. Okay, now time for my Nerd Show Power Hour. And I'm going to stop calling it that because The Penguin, honestly, is just a good show. Please watch The Penguin. Please, it's just a good show. I don't remember what episode I last left off talking about, but I just watched episode 6. It's really good. I like what the mid-season did to change the dynamic of Sophia and Oz. And there was a little bit of a time skip this episode. And I don't think that much. But they're further up on in the food chain of gangsters, Sophia and Oz. What was I going to say? Oh, since I do have a digital footprint now, in every episode I've been calling Sophia Falcone, I want to retroactively change that, and I want to apologize and clarify that she is now a Gigante, and she is Sophia Gigante. So I apologize. I can't change the past and change the videos that I already uploaded, but I can apologize for it, and I can make up for it. So just know that she is now Sophia Gigante, and she will be referred to as such. What else was I going to say? Episode 6, the way that it ended, I'm scared. To be honest, I'm scared. I'm really scared. But this is a really good show. I got my dad into it, and he's really fucking into it. And I think it's the whole... Because Oz in the comics, he was a snob. He came from money. He was a rich dude. Like, if y'all know the Penguin design, he has like a fucking monocle. He has a cane, a fucking top hat. He is rich as fuck. But in the show, he is a working man's man. Does that make sense? He's a people's guy. He's for the people. He's for the workers. And I feel like the little monologues that Oz gives really connected with my dad. And he really loves the show. He really likes it. He's hooked. So, yeah, it got the Mexican dad approval. So, go watch The Penguin. Sophia Gigante, again, amazing. And episode 6, well, all of the episodes really show me that a character like Emma Frost, because if y'all know Emma Frost from the X-Men Marvel Universe, she fucking loves her outfits. So, seeing Sophia Gigante with her outfits, like, changing every 15 minutes, I know that it can be done with Emma Frost now. And if Emma Frost is in one singular outfit for whatever movie she's in, once she gets introduced, Marvel, you did something wrong. Gotta look at Sofia Gigante, because she did it right. The fact that she looks so good. And she changes outfits like every 15, 20 minutes. But she looks good. Nobody asked. Nobody cares. We're all excited for the next one. Please give us more. But yeah, that's all I have to say about The Penguin. Really good show. Episode 6, the way it leaves off, really scary. Sofia Gigante, I love you. Let's go on to Agatha. So this episode genuinely shocked me because I don't think Marvel has ever done such a beautiful death, where a death is written with such intention and with meaning. Because I want to say Iron Man was the most recent one. Well, Vision. Iron Man, Black Widow, and then Vision and Wanda's kids and WandaVision. I want to say those were the most recent that I say were really heartfelt. Everything else has kind of felt iffy. But the way that Agatha did it, and I think it was episode 7. I think this was episode 7. But I'm going to spoil it. I don't think people care too much about Agatha. Plus, there's a lot of things to watch, a lot of MCU. So I'll give you a little fast track of it. Patti LuPone's character, who was the clairvoyant witch who could see the future, throughout the entire season, well, the series, I guess. There's no second season. But throughout the series, she gets little bursts of random future visions where she'll be saying things that correlate to the future. And I didn't know if they were ever going to tie this back, because to be honest, my expectations with Marvel are low. So if they didn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But they did it in such a good way, and they paid off Patti LuPone, who is fucking Yellow Diamond in Steven Universe. That's fucking crazy. She's Yellow Diamond. But they paid off her character and her story so well. I didn't cry. I did scream once she kind of let go and fell to her death. But at the same time, I don't know if she died, because now that she has power over her time travel mind, I guess that's her power. She has a time traveling mind. I don't know if they just cut to her youth to show that, I don't know, to make it more symbolic, or if they cut to her youth to show that she actually did travel back to her being as a kid, and now she's living her life as a kid with her full witch power unlocked, because she never had that before. So I don't know what they're doing. She might return. I hope she returns. I don't think Patti LuPone would ever do anything more in the Marvel Universe, but if they did, that'd be fucking crazy. But this does give opportunity to maybe for her to show up in between her timeline, between youth and death. So I don't know. But episode 7 was really good. I think next week, episode 8 and 9 release at the same time as like a 1 hour, well, I don't know, 2 hour special, I guess. So I'm excited for that. I still feel like they have a lot of things left off. And to be honest, every Marvel project, every Marvel project, I have come to accept that every Marvel project, I'm never happy with the ending. I feel like the third act always gets really rushed, and they always try to do too much setup for the next thing, which never gets paid off because shit gets rewritten. And I don't know. I just never get excited over third acts. So will things get paid off? I don't know. But I only have one more week to watch this. So yeah. But so far, I've enjoyed the speculation. I feel like, most importantly, I want to say I've enjoyed the speculation and having the internet community that was kind of like WandaVision, where people were going crazy and guessing what could happen. We haven't had that in a while. And even, I want to say the last time I felt it was X-Men 97. I fucking love X-Men 97, and I will talk about X-Men 97 in the future. Please watch X-Men 97. But other than WandaVision, X-Men 97, I don't think we've had this type of internet community where they're so speculative and social online. So I like it, and I'm gonna miss it once it ends. But yeah, really good. And I'll be honest with y'all, I've been slacking on movies. I've been watching a lot of shows. I love coming home and having a show to watch too. You don't know how much joy that fills me, how nice it knows that I can fill my time and not go crazy. But I haven't been watching a lot of movies, so I will be using this time to update y'all on the movies that I want to watch that are still coming out this year. There's not a lot, but there are some. Okay, well first, I want to promise that I'll watch Alien Romulus sometime this week so I can review it for the next episode. I wanted to watch it in theaters. I didn't have anybody to go with. I missed out on it. I hate myself, but I'll watch it at home and I'll review it for the next episode. I'll promise you that, because I want to watch at least one good horror movie, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about Alien Romulus. So I'll watch it, but now the movies that are still releasing. Okay, so first one, I'll be honest, is Wicked. And I don't have any personal interest to see this alone. I'll only go if it's with a friend or with a group of friends. Sorry, I had to swallow something in my throat, my bad. But this is one of those things, just like Beetlejuice. I didn't see the second Beetlejuice movie, and I keep on seeing so many ads for Beetlejuice things. That one Google ad with that dude with the small head. I don't know what any of this shit fucking means. And I feel like I'm going crazy because it keeps on getting pushed down my throat. And I feel like I'm going crazy. So I don't want to experience it with Wicked. I already am. And thank God that me and my best friend listened to Just Trish and that we're in the know of things about Wicked. Because if it wasn't for Just Trish, for Trisha Paytas and Oscar, I don't think I would know half of the things about Wicked. And thankfully, I can enjoy the promotion for it and see things like the Target commercial and be like, oh, that's funny. So there's that. And I'm looking at a list on my phone. I see Wicked and I'm scrolling. Oh, Gladiator 2. I'll go watch that alone. That's all I'll say. Next up, we have Moana 2. And I don't know if y'all know about Moana 2, but originally this was going to be a show on Disney+. But then this didn't have the original voice cast for the Disney Plus show, so I don't know what happened with that. But they rehashed the show to become a movie, which is now Moana 2. And I don't know. I just don't have any hopes. I feel like this is going to be weird. I don't know if it's going to be bad. It doesn't have Lin-Manuel Miranda, and as much shit as the internet gives Lin-Manuel Miranda, this movie fucking needs Lin-Manuel Miranda. I watched the first one. The movie's music is so fucking good. And I'll be honest, it's because of that man. I'll put a picture of him. It's because of that man. So yeah, the fact that it was a rehashed TV show turned into a movie. The original voice cast originally wasn't on it until a few months ago. And then they're making a live-action Moana movie. I think that's in 2026. I don't know. This is not part of my upcoming list. But the fact that they're just fast-tracking so many things feels weird. So I don't know if I'll watch it with my little sister, with my family. We always watch a movie in November, so I don't know. Maybe, but I don't have my hopes up for it. Next is a A24 horror movie, and it's called Y2K. It has Rachel Zegler in it, and I don't know why, but I was so shocked to see Rachel Zegler in it. But then I realized she hasn't been in a lot of movies. She was in The Hunger Games, and then she's in Snow White. Hold on, let me look at her acting list. Okay, so I was wrong. She was in The Hunger Games, the upcoming Snow White movie, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which I don't know why, that's the first time that I saw her, West Side Story, and then some animated Netflix movie called Spellbound. I haven't seen it. I'm sure my sister has. But Y2K looks funny as fuck. It's a horror movie, and it has 2000s nostalgia, so it's really weird seeing that. But it has Rachel Zegler, and I didn't expect her to be in it, but then I look at her movie list, and I'm like, yeah, she doesn't have that many. So it makes sense that she's in a movie like this, but I just feel like she's such a bigger actor than that. But that's just the way that I see her. And again, Just Trish, the way that she puts her on a podium, maybe it's that influence. But I'm excited for Y2K. Looks funny as hell, but also I'm just excited for another horror movie that doesn't take itself so serious. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Hell fucking yeah, I'm gonna see that movie. I don't give a shit if I go alone or go with people. Shadow, to me, is Latino. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Shadow is Latino. Shadow's Latino. Shadow's Latino. He is Latino. Shadow is Latino. I need to see him for my representation. I'm going to watch that movie. And it's going to make billions. I swear this movie is going to make billions. Y'all don't see it like I do, but I swear this movie is going to make billions worldwide. Okay, so that's it for all the movies still releasing in 2024. But there's one releasing in January 2025 that I want to talk about. And it's Paddington 3, and it's called Paddington in Peru. So, I don't know if y'all have seen the movies, but as a immigrant Yeah, I was an immigrant. As an immigrant, watching these movies, I felt so represented by this fucking bear. I watched the first one in theaters with my family, and from the get-go as a kid, I understood these movies were genius. The second movie I watched, genius, and I'm so glad other people agree with me. And it's such a good story about being an immigrant, about this little bear who moves into this new country, trying to be accepted, and being the kindest soul, but not being accepted by the people around him. But this third movie, Paddington in Peru, is sadly not directed by the same person. And the reason why that is because the director for the first two Paddington movies was making the Wonka movie with Timothée Chalamet while they were making the third Paddington movie. So sadly, schedules didn't work, they didn't align, and they got a new director, and I'm just so fucking scared because I know he just does not have that same idea. Because to me, it was going to be my perfect little bear immigrant trilogy movie, and now it's fucked up because this director is coming in and he doesn't even fucking know shit about the first two movies. I'm gonna go fucking crazy. I'm gonna go fucking crazy for this bear. But this movie is about Paddington going back to Peru because, yes, he is Peruvian. He just does a British accent. He's silly and goofy, but he's Peruvian, and this movie is about him going back to Peru. And I just hope they do it right. I just hope they do it right and they have that emotional payoff that the first two movies had and had that same effect that they have on me. But I don't know. I don't know if it will. Okay, so now to my music. I'll be honest again, have not been listening to a lot of music, kind of just been waiting for Chromacopia, but I do want to give a shout out to I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PlayStation 5. I don't want to talk about it yet. I'm only in Chapter 4, and surprisingly, I feel like that should be a lot, but it isn't a lot, but I'll talk about it later once I get more deep into it. But I want to shout out the menu music, because with the menu music already, I knew that I was in for a fucking journey for this game. This song is so fucking beautiful, and for someone who was in band for 5 years of their life, I fucking love instrumental music, and this song is so beautiful. I went out with my friends yesterday, and I was drunk as hell, and I spent the night at my friend's house, popped in my AirPods, played the Final Fantasy VII menu music. It's called Prelude, which, I mean, a lot of things are Prelude, so I don't want to say the name. I'll just call it Final Fantasy Remake menu music. But it's amazing. Popped in my earbuds, listened to that shit, fell asleep. At bliss. I was at bliss. Okay, and now on to Noid by Tyler, the Creator. I don't want to say a lot about it because it's in Chromacopia, so I'll talk about it next week. But I'll talk about the music video. I really liked it. It had Ayo Edebri, and I fucking love her. I thought that we were the same age. Turns out she's a lot older than me, and it made me really sad. But she's beautiful, she's amazing, she's so talented, and it really surprised. Well, I mean, Tyler says there's a joke that was like, oh, Tyler says Ayo so much, like she was bound to show up eventually. So she did. But the song Noid, the full version is on Spotify. The music video on YouTube, I don't know why, but it's a shortened version of the song. The full version is a lot better. But it's about just being paranoid as a celebrity. And Ayo Edebri's character, well, I don't want to say character because she's in it for like 5 seconds. But she goes up to Tyler, she looks a little crazy, and she has a phone in one hand, and then eventually it cuts to her again, and it changes to a gun in a hand. So these celebrities are tired. Chapel Roan, I supported it with her, I supported it with Tyler. Any other celebrity, I will always support your right to privacy because you are a human and everybody deserves a right to privacy because it is crazy. The shit, they can't even go to Walmart. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, hello guys. This is Cesar from the future. Currently, it is Wednesday, October 30th. So, the day that I'm going to upload this. I said some things in the episode, I think I want to specify about early voting. You can't early vote anymore. So if you're hearing this audio the day that it's releasing, I'm so sorry. I wish I would have uploaded it earlier, but you can't early vote anymore. And I saw in Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice presidential vote, Kamala Harris won, but only by 52%. And I just know damn well that the other 48% of these fucking kids are not learning shit. Because what the fuck do you mean 48% of these kids chose Donald Trump? We had one in elementary school, and I remember specifically, there was a 97% vote for Barack Obama over Mitt Romney. So I don't know what the fuck is happening in these schools, but I know damn well that they are not learning civics. Because if they were, they would not be voting for Donald fucking Trump. Also, Vinny Guadagnino, the Chooch, How do you grow up with a mother so sweet, so caring, so beautiful like Paula, and you turn out to be a man like Vinny Guadagnino, the Chooch? He was at a Trump rally. Paula was at a Trump rally. With Vinny, sure. But Paula, I don't know how much money you're getting, but I swear, you're fine. You're fine. Your lifestyle is sustainable. You don't need whatever much money Vinny is getting from this. Please vote. Please vote. Please vote. Elections are November 5th, Tuesday. Go out, go vote, and vote for humanity. It seriously baffles me because I do not understand how these motherfuckers can look at Trump and just think that he is the best for the future. Like, it's all selfish interest and it's all corruption of money. That's sincerely the only way that I see it. I don't understand how motherfuckers can vote for Trump, especially women, people of color, queer people. How the fuck are y'all voting for Trump? Make that shit make sense, because it doesn't. It does not. Elections are November 5th. I could talk about Chromacopia. It's October 30th, but that's not a priority. Please go vote. Please. And think about the next generation and not selfish interest whenever you're doing this.